it's your buddy Peace and Harmony with you here today. We're focusing in on a viewer question, and that is really, she was inquiring as to whether the covert narcissist is aware of their hurting of others. Is this something that they do consciously or unconsciously? And I would like to answer that, but furthermore, I would like to emphasize how important it is for you to give yourself the gift of what it is that you're seeking. Oftentimes, I find that those people who have been victimized by narcissistic or psychopathic abuse are in a conditioned rut, or in a conditioned groove, or in a conditioned familiarity, a conditioned habitual positioning or perspective where they are looking to others to fulfill a certain emotional state, a certain self-validation, a certain belief recognition, and that connection with the abuser. And they're seeking outside of themselves to really repair, resolve, or remediate their hurts of the past. And I'd like to offer to you a very poignant suggestion, and that is to look to yourself, to provide yourself that which you are seeking from the narcissist or the psychopath or the victimizer in your life. If you had looked to them for warmth, connection, validation, nurturing, connection that is based on humanity and not just people-pleasing, I would encourage you and urge you to seek this and achieve this within yourself. And if that is a conundrum or a mystery to you, I want you to take a moment to reflect on that and realize that you can give yourself the piece of connection. You can give yourself the piece of validation. You can give yourself the piece of self-esteem, and that can originate from within you. It's a permission-based experience, and that success is very much a be state. It's not a to-do state. So if you've been caught up in thinking that if I do one thing to please this person or express this to another, that they'll finally get a chance to see it and then I'll be resolved, I'll have this experience of healing, or I'm looking to them to change. Realize oftentimes that these people are not capable of changing. So you end up setting yourself up for disappointment. And I would like to encourage you, rather than inquiring really about the label of the narcissist, the psychopath, to release the label that you're seeking to basically box them up in, and really sort of let go of that inquiry for a moment, that drive to understand the why of abuse. How do I change them? How do I get them to see the error of their ways? Try to release that, and furthermore, come to yourself and give yourself the peace that you are looking for. Give yourself the validation that you're looking for. Give yourself the release of shame that you're looking for. And if you can understand that within yourself you have the ability to do this, that you are enough, you are incredible, you are a wonderful, magnificent, caring, loving human being. You've been in an experience or a relationship with others who are closed to what you have to offer. They are closed-minded. They have a closed heart. They have a different perspective. They are not open. And one thing that is paramount to understanding, this awareness of a psychopathic or narcissistic individual, yes, sometimes they are aware and deliberately aware, and so they proceed otherwise and they continue to hurt you. So the answer to viewer's question is yes. However, to really look at the end result, which is really what the channel is all about, is I want you to really begin asking yourself questions, really rather than about the disordered individual. Begin to ask, how can I create? How can I manifest? How can I develop? How can I connect? How can I feel? And how can I experience these healthy emotional states that I've been seeking? And allow yourself to answer these questions for yourself. And oftentimes you will realize that there's an accountability that rests within you. There's a locus of control and responsibility that is within you. And if you can release yourself from the experience with these toxic individuals who are not going to change, and to have hopes is, I understand that hope, and I understand the perpetual habitual cycle that you've been in with them. But if you can release that cycle and come from an origin within yourself that's more pure, based in the emotional experience that you wish to create, establish, and manifest, and experience within your relationships, realize that some people are not going to be capable of that connection with you. And the wiser you can get, I think there's a statement, give me courage to understand the difference between the serenity prayer, I think is what's coming to mind. And really it's the wisdom to know the difference, the wisdom to know what you can't change. In other words, you can't make a lion a gazelle. You can't make a gazelle a zebra, and you can't make a zebra a rabbit. These people are, the personalities that they are. And you can realize that they are, and you can just let them flow, let them go. And furthermore, like the saying goes, let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me. If you can take that statement and reflect on it for a moment, realize that the origin of what you want to establish is within you. And you have to give yourself permission to create and live those goals and that reality that you're seeking. And if you can realize that you have the means, you are enough, you have the tools, you have the connection, you have the desire. And as soon as you have that belief and faith that it will be fulfilled, you will begin to open up your eyes, open up your mind, open up your heart. It's very much an open in receptivity to the positive and a protection from the negative. And if you can declare that boundary, you will realize that you have the power within you to originate that feeling that you're seeking to establish. And so whether the abuser is conscious or unconscious of what they're doing, have the wisdom to know, at least understand that this abuse is taking place, and that you furthermore are committed to not being a victim anymore, that you really dislike being in that victim state, and you no longer wish to be subjugated to that. And if that means releasing these people, letting them go, understanding that they are, and that they're going to furthermore target others, and that they become more rigid with time, perhaps that would give you reason enough and explanation enough, faith enough, and belief in yourself enough to release them and let them go. And know that you're meant to live your life on your own. Know and understand that you're meant to live your life through this independence, through this learning that you've gained from this relationship. As I often tell my clients, this relationship is meant to teach you something, and hopefully it's understanding of a higher perspective and a higher sort of connection with your power, which is different from force. And this power is very much a alchemy or a changing of the negative, toxic, and learning the lessons that were involved there, so that furthermore you don't make those and continue that cycle, but furthermore it'll catapult you into really the stratosphere and other feelings, emotions, and combination of your intellect and heart space that begin to integrate and work and to help create and manifest really the richer emotions, the richer experiences, the finer listening to the finer music, really seeing the connection in life, and open yourself up to that power, really, which is quite miraculous, where you realize that things are orchestrating and coming together, and then you get to experience the profound and the synchronicity that is the miracle of life. Peace and harmony with you here today. I hope these videos do help. Please share and please subscribe for more great tools, videos, discussion, and support.